Greetings, Pokefans! Michael here. Before I start this video, you can obviously tell that my voice is not in a great situation right now. I was sick earlier this week, and while I feel fine now, my throat does not. So I apologize for that in ahead of time. But I have some tea that will hopefully help, but I still want to record this video because we just got some brand new Sun and Moon stuff. We are a little bit over a month away and they're still giving us a ton of new stuff, which is amazing. But this morning we got a new trailer that gave us 8 new Pokemon. Well, 6 new Pokemon and 2 new Alola forms, which are essentially new Pokemon. Kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But anyways, I just wanted to dive in and break down give you my thoughts on the new Pokemon and the new information that we got. So let's just jump right in. So first off, we got Type Nulls Evolution Silvally. I don't actually know. What I can see is that it's huge. It's 7'7", which is awesome. Essentially, when Type Null meets a trainer that it likes, it smashes, or it trusts, it smashes its mask, and that's what it looks like under it, which is awesome, because it looks awesome, so that's really cool. It talks about how its senses are heightened, reverts to its natural temperament, is a little bit wilder, but since it's with a trainer it trusts, it ends up being okay. Interestingly, its ability is RKS system, which, depending on what item it holds, it changes its type, just like Arceus. And as Game Boy Luke pointed out on Twitter, RKS system, Arceus. But it also seems like it could be like random, or no, record. What was that thing that I found? I'm gonna go to a new tab because I can. Record keeping system. That's what it was. Record keeping system, which I thought was interesting. That's another thing it could stand for, but the fact that the word system is there is kind of weird. So it's like record keeping system. So it's probably just a pun on Arceus, but we'll see. It talks about how Silvally is said to have been created to oppose a threat. I personally think that's going to have to do with the Ultra Beasts, but it's hard to say. It could have been like... My theory is that it was created to stop Ultra Beasts or like an angry legendary Pokemon, and they tried to make it like Arceus, because Arceus is one of the strongest Pokemon, and they ended up with this. But I don't know. I really like Silvally. I think it looks... I think it looks really, really cool. I think its face is just like super badass, and like I may or may not use one on my team just because the whole like having to hold an item to change its type thing seems like it would be cumbersome, but it's still cool. So that is Silvally. I think it's going to play a big role in the story. The next Pokemon is Jangmo-O's first evolution, Hakamo-O. Hakamo, like hacking something. Dragon fighting, so first instance of that. That is another type that was in my top 10 dual types video that I wanted to see. So that's cool. It essentially is like, goes off to train on its own, to fight, like challenges people. Its scales can fall off, but they grow back. Personally, I'm a little bit disappointed by Hakamo-O. I think the body type is cool, but I think the scales just kind of look odd to me. I feel like they like could have designed them in a way that was more sleek and not just looked like it's covered in round things. But I don't think it's horrible. And then Hakamo-O evolves into Jangmo-O's final evolution, Como-O, or Kamo-O, whatever. This one, I think, personally, could have been so much cooler if the scales just didn't look like it was covered in sliced fruit. If you like it, I am sorry that I don't. I don't really like it, just because, like I said, the scales, it looks like it's covered in fruit. Like, I feel like if they had maybe made the scales sharper, that would have been cool, but alas, that's what it is. But it's not terrible. I mean, the body style is like a long-armed raptor, which is still pretty cool. But it can learn Sky Uppercut, and it has a new move called Clanging Scales. It appears to be like a special attack because it creates sound. So it's interesting that like Sky Uppercut is its signature move, which is physical, but then the other move it gets is special. So maybe it'll be like a balance between physical and special, kind of like Infernape. But we will have to see. Also, something that I saw on Twitter that was funny that somebody pointed out. This thing is hardcore countered by Mimikyu, because both of its types Mimikyu is immune to, because it's Ghost and Fairy. So I think that's really funny that this cute little Pikachu costume thing can't be touched by a giant scale-covered dragon. So that's entertaining. Next one is Ribombi. I don't know. This is Cutiefly's evolution that we saw very briefly in that trailer, like that screenshot where it was like, you know, like half a second. I think it's adorable. I really like that it looks like it's wearing a scarf, and it's giving me very like warm, fuzzy fall holiday feelings just looking at it, which is kind of silly, but I really like it. It is the evolution of Cutiefly. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it also probably should have been obvious. What I think is interesting is that they made Ribombi seem more like a bee. You know, bee is in its name, and it's the bee fly Pokemon, which surprises me because based on what Cutiefly looks like, everybody thought Cutiefly was going to be a mosquito Pokemon because of the long nose. And so the fact that it is not a mosquito Pokemon, they completely got rid of the nose, is like, well, okay. Wasn't the direction I was expecting that to go. But it's still cool and adorable, so it's okay. But yeah, it's cool. Collects balls known as pollen puffs, and they like serve as food. Some of the pollen puffs also have relaxing effects or can relieve tiredness. They distribute around the Alola region as high-priced supplements. Those appear to be items that you can buy in the game. Maybe will be similar to the vitamins. I don't know. Maybe there'll be like one special shop that you can buy them at, but we'll see. I think that's interesting. Oh, it's only 8 inches tall. Oh, that's adorable. The next one, Steenie, which is Bound Sweet's evolution. I was not expecting it to turn into a girl. When Bound Sweet evolved, it was a fruit, and now it's a girl. So that surprised me. Still pure grass type. Talks about how it's like Bound Sweet's really like timid, but Steenie's just like, I'm a tomboy, I'm gonna spin and knock things over. So it's like, eh. I think it's fine. I don't have any particular strong feelings for it in either direction. But yeah, so that's Bound Sweet's evolution, which then Steenie evolves into Zarina, which I'm not super into. To me, it looks way too similar to Lilligant, like a cartoony grass girl with like grass hair and like a little flower on the hand. Like, I think it's too similar. I'm not a huge fan of Zarina, but I don't think it's awful. I think it's interesting. It appears to be based on like Russian. Tsar is in the name, Tsar being the Russian word for a king. And also, I don't know why I didn't realize this earlier, Zarina is a like misspelling of Zarina, which I believe, I might be wrong on this, I'm not sure, but I believe Zarina is the female version of Tsar. So it's just like, it's a Russian queen that's grass type. So that's what it is. It does the high kicking, you know, like you see like those kick lines where they're like da-da, 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 da-da. Hence why it knows the new move, Trop Kick. It appears to be like a grass type kick, but it's the only one that can learn it. And it lowers the opponent's attack. So that's a new move, and it has a new ability, Queenly Majesty, which is essentially like whatever Bruxish's ability is. I don't recall what it's called, but the new one that it got that prevents priority moves, Zarina has it as well. So that's interesting. Zarina, the fruit Russian queen. And then Alright, the new Alola forms a Lowland Grimer. I like this guy. I think he's kind of goofy looking, but I like him. Lowland Grimer is Poison and Dark type, has the abilities Poison, Touch, or Gluttony, and the story behind it is that Alola didn't know what to do with their trash because they don't have as much land mass as other regions, so they don't like have places for landfills. So a Lowland Grimer was brought in to eat the trash. So it worked. Like, they're around. They keep them around to eat the trash. And I kind of wish we had some of these in real life to deal with our trash situation. But that's why its body changed. It gains the dark type. So that's pretty interesting. The teeth are actually like crystallized toxins. So I think that's really cool. I like a Lowland Grimer. But then when it evolves into a Lowland Muck, this thing is awesome. Like, it's so cool looking. It's just got the, like, you know, the different colors. And in the trailer, it shows that the colors change. Like, it's not, like, set there. It, like, goes along its body, which I think just looks so good. And, like, the toxin crystals are all over it. And, interestingly enough, if we scroll down right here, the Grimer and Muck in the Alola region produce and store their toxins within their bodies. So, unlike the Grimer and Muck in other regions, you won't detect any unpleasant aromas when you draw near one. So it's not stinky. That's awesome. Like, Alolan Muck is really cool. I definitely think Silvally, I've already forgotten exactly how the name is. Silvally is my favorite of the new batch. Alolan Muck is my second. I think it's really cool. Maybe I'll use one. I don't know. I have to think about it. Poison Dark. That's really solid typing. It's only weak to ground. Because Poison resists Fairy. And Dark is immune to Psychic. I remember this because dealing with a Skunk Tank in the Sinnoh games is a pain. So that's really cool. I really like Alolan Muck. And then the last two things we got, if we go to the Alola region, we got the new, you know how there's like the 4 kahunas of each island? Olivia's the kahuna of the second island. So, I mean, that's cool. You know, she seems like a fun person. That's really all I have to say about that. Not just the new kahuna. And then we got a new trial captain, which surprised me a lot. Trial captain, there are 4 islands, so we thought we'd only have 4, but suddenly we get Captain Ilima, who is a trial captain in regards to normal type. So that's really interesting, and it could mean that there's more than just one trial per island. It does mean that, because there's 4 islands, and there's 5 trial captains. So that's cool to know that we're not limited to the trial captain. We're not limited in the number of trials due to the number of islands. So that's cool. And I'm really freaking excited. Guys, Sun and Moon are only about a month and 4 days away at the time of me filming this video. And I'm so freaking hyped. The demo comes out next week, which I will be doing a short Let's Play of. So I'm hyped for that. Like, these are the most, these are probably going to be the greatest Pokemon games of all time. And I'm super, super excited. Thank you guys for being so awesome and taking part in this hype and journey with me. But I'm going to sign off because my voice is getting tired and I still have to record the Let's Play for later this afternoon. So, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the best fans in the world. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Comment below which one of the new Pokemon is your favorite. And that is all I have for now. So until next time, Pokefans, gotta catch them all!